Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University on the Dice Tower for Pocket Playthrough video series, where we play a few rounds of the game.
In this video, we will show you Vigilante, game designed by Reed Mascola and published by Paranoia Rising Games. We are using a prototype copy of the game, and so the rules and components may not be final.
Let's get to the table. So here we are ready to play a 4-player game of Vigilante. I've asked for our friend Ben and Joy to help us. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for playing with us.
Thanks for having us.
So let's get to the table, everybody.
Hi everyone, and here we are for our pocket playthrough for Vigilante. So this is a hidden role game. We are playing at 4 players, and we each have a secret identity. And those identities, there are many identities, but they can be 3 different allegiances: good, neutral, or evil. And ultimately what we're doing is we're acting as vigilantes, we're working together or alone in this city trying to jail villains who are out on the street. And so we'll be gathering up a team of heroes and using those to fight and then jail villains. Now, ultimately, each of us has our own objective to complete. So among the most common, the most general good player just wants collectively the good players to jail 7 villains each. And the most generic evil player wants all the good players to lose. But then in between, there's a whole lot of other different sorts of roles. And ultimately, that's what we have to try to find out. We've got these tokens here. So each of us has 4 tokens, 2 of which matches our own allegiance, and 2 of which don't. And this gives other players a way of deducing your allegiance as they see it through the game. But that's probably more of a mid to end game thing, so we'll see that as we move along. So this scenario is played in 6 rounds, but before we even get going, we need to see if anyone has a beginning of game effect on their starting hero.
Yes, I have at the beginning of the game view another player's allegiance token and draw 1 from agency deck, which is good. So I get to look one of these tokens. Now, as Tarrant said earlier, we have 2 good players, 1 neutral and 1 evil. And if you are that legion, let's say, you know, of course I'm going to say I'm good, so that means I have 2 of the good allegiance tokens and then 1 neutral and 1 evil. So I'm going to go ahead and look at, I don't know, let's look at Ben's. Let's see. Secretly. So we look at that secretly. And I put it back.
And then you can tell us what that is.
Yeah, of course. So
Of course I'm a good player.
that one is not so good.
Oh.
Not so good. What's going on
Lies. Lies.
Well, it could be like, you know, it's too early to tell because that's the first one. Because you would have the bad one, the neutral one, and 2 good if you are good still. So, you know, there's a chance for you to redeem yourself, I guess. And then draw 1 from the agency decks, which I will do that.
So we each start with 6 cards from the city deck. And now Stella has an agency card as well.
And I've got one as well, Gateway. So at the beginning of the game, I get to draw 3. And
So
I'll
this
draw
one,
from
yeah.
the city deck because
You can't use the
I
agency deck?
I can't draw from
The agency
the
deck.
agency deck just
Yes,
yet.
because you need 3 jail villains.
Thank you.
And then, Ben, do you have any effect?
Nope, I have a once per game effect.
All right, so Tarrant is the first player. So we all look at our identities.
Yes.
And Tarrant is the first player.
Okay, so to start a round, as the first player, I take 2 event tokens from the event bag, and then I add one of them to our event pile here. And I can do this secretly, and it looks unfortunately like they're both bad ones, so I'm going to put that there. So we've both got firefights, and you'll see how the events work at the end of the round. But there's 2 firefights on the board, so there's a risk to our heroes. Then we go into our turns. So we each get 4 turns per round. We have these action icons to indicate it. And we can take as many free actions as we want on a turn, followed by one main action. So I'm not going to do any free actions this time. I'm going to go straight into a main action. I am going to recruit a hero. And so I'm going to grab Yuna Yamamoto. So this is a hero who is quite a strong hero. Has 7 health, 3 attack, and automatically defeats Yakuza if I come across any Yakuza villains.
Okay, it's a good one.
Yep, the cost for this is 11 influence. So I discard cards from my hand that add up to 11 influence.
In the top right. So
Yes.
that is correct. And there's no refund as well.
Yes.
So that's your first turn. And the market deck refresh to reveal the next hero. So I think I like the look of Craig Chu. If Craig Chu is defeated, you may view up to 2 Allegiance tokens from any player. Looks like I've got that engine going to look at other people's Allegiance, and it's only cost me 6, so it's a bit of a cheapo. So I'm gonna pay. Is that Australian thing, cheaper?
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
4 plus 2 is 6.
Great.
So I will go ahead and do that, and then that's my first action. So now it is Joy's turn.
Great. Well, I'm going to take a free action. I'm going to equip my gateway with a secret identity,
Ooh.
and it allows
A
me. It
secret
adds.
gate.
It adds. It adds an attack and also a health, but more importantly, heroes cost me -2 influence to recruit.
Good one. Good one to have early.
And then I like the look of the
Camellia. Once,
Camellia.
once per round, view an opponent's Allegiance tokens. Ooh. Okay, so
So-
that costs 6.
That will cost me -2, which is
6.
6.
Yep.
So I discard 6 influence,
Excellent.
and he now
Oops,
goes.
sorry.
He or she or it goes here.
There. First action done, and then now it is Ben after we refresh the hero.
Oh, wow.
Very strong one there.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
From afar, that looked like
Tina
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner, but Tina Turner has 5 or more damage. Hero 1 takes no damage.
Okay.
So this is the hero 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll see when we fight villains how
Okay.
it affects the quadrant.
All right. So first, I will equip my Mr. Flawless with an Xavier gun, which heals him at the beginning of every round for 1.
Ooh,
It's quite handy.
strong.
And then I will spend a very expensive 12 to buy Tina
Tina Turner.
Turnip.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turnip.
Sorry.
Turner.
Yeah, very strong. 3.
3 attacks.
3 attack, 7.
7 health.
Simply must be one of the best cards.
Yeah.
It's Tina
Simply
Turner.
the,
Even the
simply the best. I got that. Well done. Well done.
All right. So it goes on to my turn. This will be a simple turn. So I'm going to equip Yuna Yamamoto with a baseball bat.
Well done.
oh,
So she now does 5 damage. So I've got enough to defeat level 1 villains at the moment. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight in and fight a villain. So
Wow.
I draw a level 1 villain off the top. And what this does, well, I can bypass the usual process here. So the first thing I do is I look to see that this is a Yakuza villain. And I defeat Yakuza villains automatically without resolving to combat.
Wow.
So I don't even get to show you
Wow,
how
that's
combat
so
usually
cool.
works. I just simply defeat this. It has no text effect, so nothing else special happens. I have jailed 1 villain.
Simply defeated. Sorry. Just like still from your previous joke.
And that is my second action.
So I'll do that, and I'll go ahead and equip my training drone, which gives me 1 more health and 1 more attack. And that means whenever I recruit a hero, draw 1. But I feel like I want to defeat somebody. I think I can defeat somebody. Let's do this. So let's show how it goes, because Tarrant didn't. All right. Hedge, which true magic. So it has 1 and 2, so 1 on this number 1 and 2 on this quadrant. So that means it does damage 1 here and 2 here. And then the health is 3, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so that is defeated. And the effect to jail is choose one. Discard a card from hand or place the top villain on the bottom of the deck. So that is not a good effect because I guess it's easy to defeat.
Yeah, so part of this game, especially for the good players, is about killing as many enemies as possible. And you're going to see through these early level... I mean, we've basically all got villains who can automatically kill level 1 enemies now, as long as they aren't themselves defeated first.
Yeah.
So losing level 1 villains onto the bottom of the pile hastens the arrival of the harder villains who will actually do some serious damage to our heroes.
Look, I really want to help because I'm good, but I really like the look of my cards. All cards that I have are actually would be a very good card, possibly, for the good players. So I'm gonna
Evil.
put... No, absolutely not. I'm just saying.
I smell evil.
The one that smells evil is usually, says, yeah, evil is usually evil. Anyways, it's my turn.
Right, I'm going to take this action, so this main action here, which is once per round, view an opponent's allegiance
That's
token.
a good one.
So,
So we know that Ben's top, what, according to me.
according to you, you said this was bad. Well, I know that I'm good, so I don't need to view mine.
Yeah.
I might actually go over to Tarrant over here and have a quick squeeze over to see what this
Secretly?
one is.
And I don't know what that is. I've
what
chosen
it is.
my tokens,
But that got shuffled.
but they get shuffled and I don't know what's what. So I don't know what knowledge Joy has.
So, table talk. Table talk, Joy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good? Alright.
Smells
must
like
have-
evil.
You must have hit my one evil token.
Like
Right.
me. Like me. I'm going to defeat a villain. Yeah, let's put that up. And let's get one of these guys. And it is a hired gun. So he does 2 damage. He does 2 damage to this guy here. And then 1 damage to this one. And then to jail. View another player's allegiance token.
Ooh.
This
So
might
if
be
you add up all the... So
Just
you've got
so
enough.
you've got enough.
Oh yeah, no, I've
Enough
got enough.
attack?
I've got
Yeah.
1 + 1 + 3, which is pretty good.
And the level 1 villains, they only go up to 4 in health. Which is why I say most of us have already assembled a team that can knock off level 1 villains.
Oh, well, I know I'm good.
That's what everyone says. Well, I mean, I have this information over here.
Do you want to team up and see what the next one is?
Maybe I think that might be the best thing to do.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
What is that
I
one?
think I picked his good token there.
Picked one of my 2 good tokens.
That's my turn.
Alright.
Okay,
Your third turn?
my third turn, I'm simply going to draw a city deck card. And why I'm doing that is I want more influence to recruit more heroes.
Of course. Do my third turn. First aid kit. Heal 2 total damage from any heroes. So I'll go ahead and heal these 2. And then as my turn, I also want to get this 1.
Okay, so my third turn, I'm going to play tracking as a free action to replace the hero market.
Yep.
Okay. And then I want to see what the heroes are. So, thank you.
Give us some
Anything
good
good?
ones.
I've now got an interceptor and 2 agency troopers.
Oh.
Okay.
Agency trooper has plus attack for each other agency trooper in play.
Oh, you have to...
That
Oh, there
means-
are 2 of
That
them
means
as well.
across all players.
That's great.
Oh.
I'm going to go with... Oh, they're the same, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with
One of them.
one of
Go
them.
for it.
So we
Great,
have
so
to pay.
I'm -2, which is 7. That's my turn.
So
Yep.
cheap.
Cheap. Bargain. Alright.
Discard.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm going to do a really easy turn and draw 1 from the top of the deck.
Okay, so my final action for the round. So this is going to be another drawing a card action. So I'll do that fairly simply. And now, because this is my 4th, I now do the event effect. And everyone's going to do this. So what I do here is, and I'll just bring the screen on. This is the only time in the game that you use your player screen. And you roll 2 dice behind it, and then choose one of those 2 dice to contribute to the events. And then the other one, you've got to shuffle that up and take it away before anyone can see. And so what we're doing here is if basically any event that matches at least 1 die is going to get resolved. And so I have clearly contributed to not having firefights. No one's heroes are going to get damaged. I'm clearly good.
Okay. So this is my last one for this round. I'm going to try to find the villain again. All right. Ransom Taker, Yakuza. 1, 1, and 2. So I don't have a hero here.
So there's no one to get damaged. So you simply
Excellent.
damage the ones who are in the appropriate spots.
And then that is to jail. You may recruit a hero at -5 influence. This does not cost an action. Which I probably will. I have enough cards here. So I'm going to go ahead and recruit 4. Let's get the Agency Trooper because Joyce already got 1. So that means I have more power.
And there's another one out there on the board as well.
Exactly. So my bonus here, whenever I recruit a hero, draw 1. So I will go ahead and draw 1 from the city deck. And with my dice, I roll, and everyone doesn't see this. And I will put this one.
Clearly good as well.
Good roll.
Oh, definitely a good person.
I will use a free action, a one-time use action. I'll look at the top 2 cards of the city deck. I can't look at the one on the agency deck because I don't have enough jail villains. And I'll choose one.
And draw 1 into hand and place the other on the bottom of the deck. And that's actually 5 influence. That's actually a good card to use for recruiting, I guess.
So let's equip an XA force onto my agency trooper. And then...
You've got a very strong team going there now.
Yeah. Very strong.
And now let's just fight a villain. Defeat a villain.
Din, din, din.
So we've got a shaman.
So
1 and 1.
One
1
and
damage and 1 damage.
and I can definitely
kill.
kill him.
And to jail. What does it say?
So if another player's hero is damaged, heal 1 damage from another player's hero. So I wouldn't mind healing as long as I'm healing it from a good.
I'm good.
idea.
I'm
I'm
good.
good. Tarrant doesn't say he's good.
I don't have any...
Oh, that's right.
Oh look, you guys
I
are the
kept it
same.
clean,
So I might heal it from this one here.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. And now I do my roll.
Yes.
Yes.
We grab the
There it is.
shield.
Good luck. So the bad event is 2 and 3. 4. Okay.
Very good. So another good player. Now we've got 3 good players, which is impossible. One of you is lying with your dice.
What do you mean?
One of you. That includes you, Tarrant.
Yeah, exactly.
That includes you.
So Ben's last turn this round.
I'm
Ben
going
wants
to
to-
purchase or influence a hero. So I've got 8.
You want to purchase a hero?
Purchase a hero.
Buy, hire,
And I'll take
recruit
that
it.
last guy there.
Yeah,
Bootleg
there you go.
Beatrice.
Thank you very much.
No problems. And roll for Ben. Din,
Oh yes.
din,
Roll.
din.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Roll your dice.
Alright. What numbers do we have?
2 and 3 are
2 and
bad.
3 are
Is
Alright,
bad.
there we go.
6. Okay, that's a save.
See, I told you I was good.
Very good. Okay, so we come to the end of the round now. None of the events resolve because none of the numbers on those events are hit. So we each take our dice back and we proceed to the end of the round. So we move on to the next round. First player rotates anti-clockwise.
The first player in this round chooses pick 2 and choose 1 to put.
So there are good and bad events in the bag.
And they are from 1 to 6. Let's see what Ben put.
So
They
a
were both
jailbreak.
bad.
Oh,
So a
okay.
jailbreak will free villains, and so this can be problematic as the end of the game draws near. And of course, as more events are going to come up, it's going to be harder for us to dodge those events. Okay, then if anyone has any effects that resolve at the start of the round, that happens now.
Yep, that would be me. At the beginning of each round, my Mr. Flawless heals 1 damage from this hero.
Very good.
Somehow my gun heals myself, my Mr. Flawless. As my first action, I will try and defeat a villain. It's an
2,
anarchist.
2, 1.
So he deals 2 damage to my first position.
And 1 for the second position.
Yep.
And,
then
with
he
4.
has 4, so I have plenty. I have 1, and then 5, 6, 7. So he's dead,
And,
defeated. So to jail effect is place the start player token in front of any player. It doesn't move at the beginning of the next round. Oh, how about me?
Yeah. Why not, right? If you
Well,
have that
unless he's
power.
evil.
Oh,
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, my turn. I'm not going to do any free actions. I'm going to go straight in and recruit that other agency trooper, because the more agency troopers we have, the stronger we'll collectively be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's actually good. Help each other. And it's your turn. I'm going to quickly equip my squawk gun. +1 attack for each defeated hero, including opponent's defeated hero. No defeated hero so far, so it's still 0 at the moment, but it adds me 1 extra health that was a free action. And then I would like to defeat a villain. So let's go ahead and see a weak shaman with 2 health only. So damage 1 and 1. To jail, if another player's hero is damaged, heal 1 damage from another player's hero. Ooh, well, Tarrant doesn't have
I'm
any.
clean again.
And well, Joy kind of nice before and helped me, so I'm gonna go ahead and help Joy. Although I don't know what Joyce has
Take
yet.
that personally.
You know what?
Stella.
At this moment, I don't know who's good and bad quite yet.
Great.
Now what's important here is Stella has now jailed 3 villains, the first to do that. So Stella can now draw cards from the agency deck instead of the city deck. And those have lower influence values, so they're worse for recruiting, but they have better healing effects and better effects for looking at each other's allegiance tokens.
Correct.
So it really brings the game towards what's important at the end versus at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Joy's turn.
Perfect. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and hopefully defeat a villain. So, 2 and 1. And I've definitely got 4 attack. So, heal 1 damage from one of your heroes.
That's
So,
awesome.
It's a much more
Great.
selfish bonus.
Ben
than the
again.
shaman.
I am going to try and defeat another hero. Villain, sorry. Well,
Whoa! I mean,
it's a Yakuza muscle. Is 3 damage. So I'll take 3. 1 here and 2 there. And he's got 4 health, and I've got plenty. 5, 6, 7. So he is defeated.
so you have also 3 villains defeated.
How's your Mr. Flawless going for health?
He is low, actually. He's 2 out of 6 at the moment.
Need to heal.
Alright, I'm now going to attack villain.
Let's see.
So let's see what we've got. This is a hacker. 1 and 2. So I take my first damage. 1 and 2.
And you hit with 4. You have enough attack.
More than enough,
To
yes.
the top one.
But unfortunately I have to discard a card from my hand as the 2 jail effects. So I'm going to discard Pyrotechnics.
Second one for me is the agency. So now I've got 3 villains. I can recruit from better deck. And that is Joy's now. Joy's turn.
Perfect. All right. So I've got a special action here, which I'm going to see if I can use. So once per round, view an opponent's allegiance token. So I've seen Tarrant's.
And I've seen one of Ben's.
You've seen Ben's, and Ben's also seen one of Tarrant's. So I'm thinking about just resolving this,
Process of
getting
elimination.
getting as much information as possible.
Well, you need to spread the information, right? We need to start learning about everybody.
That's true, but if I can determine for sure that you're definitely good as much as you say that you are, then we don't have anything to worry about, do we?
That's true. Do it.
Yeah.
Do we, Tara?
I disagree with this.
What can you do about that, Tarrant? Let me have a look.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
That's also a bad
you
one.
Technically you can lie. You cannot lie. I mean,
Oh, why would I need to lie if I know what this one is and this one is? And Ben said this one's a
Good one.
good one.
It means Joy's saying I'm bad. There's no actual proof of this.
that's
There is
actually
no
true.
that
That
is
is
true.
true.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
they're both evil, right?
Maybe they're both
They
evil.
are both
Oh, yeah.
evil.
So does that mean we good, Ben?
Yeah, I told
Okay.
you at the start.
We just need to watch out for
Alright.
Tarrant now.
All right, Ben's turn.
I am actually going to defeat the villain.
Ding, ding, ding.
Alright, so hired cutthroat. And I
Just
take
2.
2 damage on the top here, but I will trigger this because now it is 6. So once per game, Mr. Flawless would be defeated. Prevent that. If you do, remove all damage from him.
So you want him to be
that is
damaged.
so good. Yeah.
Second life.
He's very powerful.
Almost like cat, but 2 lives, not 9.
That is my good turn, Tarrant.
Okay, Tarrant.
Okay. Well, having been
Accused.
accused
Attacked.
and attacked and had my
Emotionally
reputation
damaged.
smeared, I am going to play a sabotage card back at Joy. So you discard an equipment card attached to another
Oh
player's
dear.
hero. And let's see. Cheaper. This one's going to be more useful to you going forward because you don't have that many more recruits left. So
So
that's
I did
what you
ask.
get for accusing me of being evil.
That's right. I did ask him what he was going to do about it. He's taking away my weapons.
And that's the other thing you'll see more of in the agency deck and in
Correct.
some of the cards as they go through, cards that more directly attack your opponents.
Yes.
That was my free action though, so I
Alright,
still
yes.
get a an action, and I'm going to draw a city card.
Right. My turn. Now I actually would like to view an opponent's allegiance tokens. So
You can confirm for yourself that Joy was lying.
Or that I'm not lying. So I'm telling you this one's a red one and this one's a red one.
and this one, who saw this?
I saw it's a good one.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do this and then look at this one. Yep, Joe's not lying in that case.
It just means that Joy's been playing the long game of lying and has been lying
And in
since
that
the very
case,
beginning.
I will play deal 2 damage to another player's hero, which is you. Oh,
Oof. Rough.
there you go. And then I will do another one, discard an equipment from another player.
Oh.
Sorry, Tarrant.
I don't sound sorry.
And then
She's enjoying it.
and then I will heal 2 from my hero. And then now my actual action, I will attack villains. It's a hired gun, so I get 2 damage here, 1 damage here, and to jail effect is view another player's allegiance tokens.
So you can finally set the record straight that that is actually a good token.
Yes.
I slammed it down because that's evil. Okay, confirm.
Alright, I made you waste an action.
That's good. Okay, that's my turn.
For my action, I'm just gonna defeat a villain.
Okay.
Hopefully. 2.
Street thug.
Simple street thug.
No bonus, but that's okay. I now have access to the agency deck.
Woo.
That's your third action. And
Yes.
now we go on to Ben's
my last
fourth
action.
action.
I am going to defeat a villain.
Oh, last action for Ben.
Yep.
Yes.
Last action. Hooded assailant. So he does 2 damage to me.
2
Mr.
damage.
Flawless. And then it's 3 damage, 3 health,
Easy
and I've
done.
got easy done. And then I draw 1 card from the agency deck.
Well done. All right, now the dice rolling time begins again
Oh
for
yes.
Ben.
All right. Let's...
So a little bit tougher to dodge the events this time. We know they're all
Like
bad.
it's 2, 3, 5 now.
Oh crikey! So sorry guys, I
Oh.
rolled 2.
Oh.
A likely story.
Now Tarrant stand
My
last.
turn. So now I'm going to have some target practice back at Stella. And I can't quite finish off any of your
Heroes.
heroes, but I'm going to take a good crack at it. And now the level 2 villains are out. And alright, so for my actual last action, I'm going to take a crack at a level 2 villain. We'll see how we go. It's a fire construct, and it's not going to go well for me. That is upsetting. Alright, so I am going to lose 4 damage to Yuna Yamamoto. And now I've got 8 hits on this hero. She only has a health of 7 now, so she is defeated. And because she's defeated, her strength no longer counts to my attack, so I fail. I only have 3 left, so this villain goes on the bottom of the deck, and my action is lost. I'm in a little bit of trouble now.
Oh no.
And each player has a screen in the full game. We'll just start passing one around here. And I can't even trigger a bad event. Bad turn for an evil player.
Oh, it's kind of like out. You've been outed anyway. So
I've been fairly well outed.
So now is my last action. I actually have a really good agency trooper here because there are a total of 3. So my agency trooper itself is 5 in power. Plus I've got this attachment plus 1 attack for each defeated hero. There's 1, so that means it's 6 power on its own. So I have not in a hurry to defeat any villains now. I want to show that you can spend an action to heal a hero just in case Tarrant plays a nasty card. That will help my heroes a little bit. And now my turn to roll the dice. Hopefully I roll. Good roll. And good roll it is. Alright.
Okay. My last action, I'm just gonna see if I can defeat this villain. It's level 2 villain. It's 7. Okay.
7. 3 and 1.
3. 1.
2, 3, 4. So this is a
Yes.
total of 4.
5, 6, 7. Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, unluckily. So,
Yes. If you
perfect.
fail, because if you fail to defeat this villain, you must free a villain from your jail. Ooh, lucky.
Perfect. And now I just need to do my final roll.
There you go. And
Oh no.
no.
Yeah, I rolled it.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Now we resolve.
So we resolve these from top to bottom. So there are 2 firefights, which means each of us has to take a total of 2 damage onto heroes. I'll spread.
2 damage on.
I'll put all of mine on my first hero because this guy goes down swinging. When he's defeated, he defeats someone else.
Okay. And, oh.
Not
Ooh,
defeats. Damages.
gotta be careful there. So 2 and 3.
Great.
Okay, and so that's the end of the second round. That's the end of our pocket playthrough for this game. So this particular scenario plays over 6 rounds. And what you've seen here is kind of the early phase of the game. So it's about building up your hero groups, killing a lot of villains early and starting to get some useful cards. What you'll find as the game goes on is that players' allegiances and trying to work out where their particular objectives lie becomes a more important part of the game. So even though as the evil player, as I was very clearly outed through that playthrough, I've got very few villains, but that's okay. All I need to do is find out who the good players are and make sure that between them they don't have 14 villains in their jails to make sure essentially that they don't win. And so this game is still alive for me. And once the villains start getting a lot harder to defeat and the heroes start getting defeated by the villains and the cards start being more about player interaction than about defeating the villains, that's where you'll see the social deduction and the logic deduction parts of the game really come to the fore.
And with the characters, so the evil has got a few different roles as well. So in this case, it's assassin. Good players must have less than 7 villains jailed for each good player. So let's mistype there. And I am one of the good as guardian. Good players must jail a combined total of 7 villains for each good player. Evil or neutral players, villains don't count.
I was a neutral cultist, and what I wanted was at least 4 villains, which I did here. However, each of the other opponents must have at least 1 defeated hero.
Other people might see you as evil.
That's right. If I could,
Yeah.
later on, I could start killing off other good players' heroes.
Which was why you spent so much effort trying to pin the evilness on me. So you get away with it.
Exactly.
So this is actually not the end of the game, but this is just 2 rounds. But we're just going to show you here because we're ending the playthrough.
Yeah.
And Ben's is investigator.
Yeah, I had to jail at least 8 villains, and evil players' defeated heroes count as your jailed villains, which was quite handy to know
I'm
right
giving
at
you
the start.
even a freebie.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
That was great. So, thanks,
Okay.
Tarrant.
Great.
So there we have it. That is a pocket playthrough for Vigilante. And that's our pocket playthrough for Vigilante. We hope you enjoyed this video.
When we film this video, Vigilante is going to Kickstarter, so we'll put the link in the description below when it is live, so you can check it out. If you enjoyed this video and find it useful, please help us and hit that like button. subscribe to the Dice Tower if you haven't already done so.
And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please leave them in the comments section below.
See you next time!